Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. We are going to start our ongoing meditation session now. So keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. Gently close your eyes and bring your attention to your bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, as usual, before we start our practice session, we'll take few minutes to clarify ourselves, how this practice can help for us to develop our clarity. And why it is important, especially this meditation practice. And what is the special skill it can bring to you. So today I'm going to give some information regarding when you practice Vipassana meditation, what is the different skill that you develop within your mind. So as you know, when it comes to this world, that everything has a certain kind of unique way of happening. And when it comes to our life, always we see divisions. And we are used to understand things, recognize things, go with things, associate things with separating good and bad, right and wrong, day and night, up and down, black and white. So like that. It makes us more comfortable. And at the same time, when it comes to happening with the nature, with our life, environment, when it comes to the happening parts, in that happening part, there is no divisions. So as example, you can divide your eyes to left and right. But when the perception happens, or when the recognition happens, that is the ultimate result of your eyes. So when the recognition happens, there is no division. So like that, when it comes to life, that everything has their own way, but when it happens, the very outcome doesn't have any result. So the very nature of existence, or the samsara, the very nature of the very conventional life, just holding to certain parts, the building up the kind of like one side, hold it to one thing. That is where that grasping nature become more and more stronger. We always become comfortable with things, that things come to us through divisions. The divisions happens inside us following opinion, self-centered mind, and our all habitual patterns funding our sanskara, or the mental formations, giving us strength to divide things. So the divisions make us more comfortable. But at the same time, it makes us very weak. Why? Because when you hold it to one thing, you lose the ultimate, the outcome of it. So it's kind of like you eat something and you feel full, you feel so sleepy after that, but there is no any nutrition, no any vitamins can absorb to your body. It's just flush everything. This is then the very next day. You felt, or you ate something, you felt so good, but deeply there is no nourishment. So that is what happened in this conventional life, even in the ordinary life, eons by eons, we hold it to things or parts or divisions. In the moment, we feel so good, but end of the day, we lose everything. So then when it comes to that mind, it has a very habitual pattern, as you know, where that sometimes people talk about, oh, this is the right side of the brain, this is the left side of the brain, or you have this kind of a skill from the right side, or you have the left side, this kind of a skill, or if you are a right-hander, you have this ability, if you are a left-hander, you have this ability. But how about when it comes to human? That is the ultimate result of that, all these parts, the body parts. So then when you come to your brain work, your right side work only for this part, do you think how that person can come to a final decision? Oh, if you are a left-hander, this is what you are more skillful. Because the very thing is this, if you observe what you can recognize, when your right hand move, invisibly your left hand slowly help for that. When your left side of the brain start to function, your right side of the brain start to help for that. So like that, when it comes to the life, when you recognize something right or the wrong or beautiful or ugly, pain or pleasure, dark or night, day, sometimes you hold it to something, but you don't see that invisible help that you gain from the other side. So then we make the life out of that kind of divisions. So then you have to remember there are two natures in life, within our body, within our life, even this, all this nature to entire universe around us, that everything whatever exists, two natures. One is the unity and other one is the divisions. Just by dividing and just by getting to divisions cannot exist anything. Even though it has its own way, and slowly it helps with each other and have the unity. So then these are two kind of characters. For an ordinary person, cannot recognize this two behavior. How these two behaviors happen? The one thing has a division, and at the same time, it has a quality to unite. So that's why the attention, when the mind start to work its own way, it will go with this nature. But when it comes to attention, that's why it is a very radical mental action. Attention means. What is the major benefit you gain out of practice meditation? You start to recognize these two nature, two behavior, unity and division. It happens within yourself and you're able to see it within outside world. And once you recognize that, you recognize you are separate from the universe, and another way you are the universe. That makes a little bit crazy. It's okay. No. And then sometimes maybe, you are right and other person wrong, but at the same time, that you also responsible when other person go wrong. No, what does that mean? So when you develop the attention, when you develop the awareness, rather than caught up on one subject or object or one part of experience or in certain divisions, or rather than becoming so busy with dividing things, when you're able to recognize the outcome, inside that outcome, the unity and divisions, how the both behaviors happens, the characters happens, that recognition is what we call vipassana knowledge. And that is where you can understand how things come to be as they are. In separating these divisions and in the very beginning, in the basic level, recognizing this, to recognize that you have to learn to observe. That observation we call tranquility state. Because if you go with the experience and hold it to something, then you cannot. So then rather than going with and responding, you start to see how this happens. So that we take a very simple object, mental object, that is our own inhalation, exhalation. So when it comes to that, your own inhalation, exhalation, as example, when it comes to breathing, your exhalation has a different character, your inhalation has a different character. So in the beginning, you have to see it. So that is kind of like a dividing things and recognizing. And in a certain level, it will help you to understand, even though inhalation has a different character, exhalation has a different character, the very outcome of this both, the same, that is your life. So when it comes to life, you cannot separate the inhalation or exhalation, because both parts play the role 50-50. And that is why you come to point to see the unity. So when it comes to unity, there is no separation. But in the beginning, if you don't recognize it separately, you're not going to understand how the unity happens. That's why the tranquility state is very important, because tranquility state brings the clarity to recognize things as it is separately. But that doesn't help for you, not enough for you to recognize the ultimate truth. Because the ultimate truth, beyond your emotions, beyond your thoughts, beyond your sanskara or the mental formations. That's why it needs the observation. So all the emotions, mental formations, thoughts, everything happens because of the divisions. So once you recognize the unity, and inside that unity, once you see the divisions, that wisdom will bring the opportunity for you to experience within yourself, even the outside, with how things come to be as they are. In that very moment, you are not limited to emotions, mental formations, or you are not limited to your thoughts. So that's mean what? That's mean there is something you can achieve beyond your emotions, beyond your thoughts, or beyond your sanskara or mental formations. So then why we cannot, in ordinary way, why we cannot get into that? Because we bound to one side of the worldly nature, the here, the unity, and the divisions. We have no capability to see this both sides and recognize the outcome. So that's why we are in the samsara. That's why you are struggling with things. That's why you are happy. That's why you are sad. That's why you are worried. That's why you have the joy. That's why your happening keep going and you have no power to stop it. But this is a method for yourself to come to a point and start to develop a very radical mental behavior inside you. rather than holding and getting into one side. Just try to see what is happening and how it is happening. So then it's going to become so beautiful and in a certain way different. Just one simile. You know, when two group of players, when they play, so get into one side, it's very simple and very easy, and it make you more comfortable. And you like it. Get into one part, get into one side. Because from the childhood, you know, we like to, you know, oh, I like this group, I like this group, like that. You know, we why? Because these divisions, we are born with that. And how about you come to a point, rather than getting to one side, you just see how this both group of players play the game. So that is different. It's like how the professional coach watching a game, rather than caught up in emotions or thoughts or the centered experience. And sometimes they observing each and every player and how they play, and they go with all the tactics and the techniques and everything. They analyzing that they are in a different kind of mental zone. But how about other people who, you know, cheering and fighting and getting angry about sometimes their own players? You know, they're responding. Why? Because they caught up there with their emotions, their thoughts, and their self-centered past experience. See? That's one simple example. So then when it comes to observe yourself in this way, it's kind of like you become kind of like a professional coach regarding observe your own inhalation and exhalation, and you're not getting to one side, or you are not going to go with your emotions, you are not going to go with your self-centered past experience. And in that very moment, you become a different level of observer. And when you come to that level, you're going to see something else, not like others. Once you have that experience, anymore you are not caught up. You are not limited to divisions or just only unity. You know this both happening, and you know how it happening. And you are not bound to that all, but you see the outcome. And how about when it comes to your own mind, to see that you are part of, you are separate from the universe, and the universe separate from you, and you are very part of the universe, and universe part of you, and your life happening out of the nature, and you are part of the nature. And when it comes to that in day-to-day life, when you see something right and you recognize there is a part of you that belong to wrong, and when you say something wrong and then you recognize there is a part of that within you is right. So once it comes to that, then there is a certain level, no division, and you come to a kind of like a dualistic mind, but still you are not going to bound only to that, and you get into just see the outcome, and then that is where you experience no mind. So just let's get into practice a little bit yourself. And your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line. So bring attention to your body, please, and observe head to toes. And say Supatveva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment you're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times, please, and find the sensation. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, recognize inhalation as inhalations, exhalation as exhalation. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe, also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also may all your guardian angels, deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Maya Dhamma Nudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjissami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vangotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless.